So today I'm going to be advocating for responsible pet adoption and ownership. Since we are getting close to Halloween and Today I'll be advocating for adoption. So today I'll be advocating for responsible pet ownership and adoption. So since we are in October and it is getting close to Halloween, have you ever stopped to wonder why black cats play a big part in Halloween? So a lot of people do see them as mystery and magical creatures, like being witches, familiars and all, and a lot of people do dress up as cats and all. But it is important to recognize that this association comes from the real work of consequences for these cats. So actually in the 13th century, the church did declare them as a satanic symbol and all, as for like the devil and all. They were seen as witches, familiars, and the Salem witch trials. So they did often get a bad rep, for bad luck and all, and they did get killed in those years and all. In 2023, they don't, get killed or anything, but it still is important to associate why cats are a part of that Halloween. So responsible pet ownership versus the improper pet ownership. So being responsible, you have to provide a balanced diet, getting them the right nutrition for their pet age and the size and health condition. You have to ensure that they're in a healthy environment, having the proper water they need, having the proper area they need. Like if it's a more active dog, they're gonna need bigger land. There's shepherd dogs, that hunt and all. They need a big giant land to run and be themselves and all. They need proper attention to any health concerns or emergencies. They need to be taken to the vet for regular shots and all. And then exposing pets to various environments, people and other animals to build their social skills, because a lot of anxiety that can cause a lot of outbursts and all, like biting, incidents, accidents, which can often lead to animals being put down. But spending quality times, to help fulfill their emotional needs is also a major important responsibility as a pet owner. But irresponsible pet ownership is lack of association, socialization, attention, neglecting their basic needs, their legal obligations, like taking to the vets for their shots and all, inadequate exercise, mental stimulation, emotional well-being, and then overpopulation and lack of spay or neutering. That's from cats and all. If they're not neutered, they're just having so many litters and all that no one really takes care of and just throws outside and all. And then we have overpopulation of cats. And in the shelter too. So the overpopulation issue. So millions of pets end up in the pound each year due to factors like neglection, abandonment, strays, unplanned litters and all. So it leads to overcrowded shelters, putting strain on the resources that those animals are given. A lot of them also have to put them down because of how many animals there are. So choosing adoption directly addresses the crisis and helps break the cycle of overbreeding. So benefits of adopting, you're saving lives. So instead of having that animal you put down and all in the future, and reducing the demand for the commercial breeding and all, where they're not treated correctly, they're just bred to have litters and all, so they're not having the proper resources and all. If you know Petland, they are known for that, but it also saves animals from being put down. And then there's healthier pets. A lot of shelters now, they didn't used to do a lot of this, but they spay and neuter, they vaccinate and receive medical care. They have their shots updated and all when you adopt them. And then it reduces overpopulation in the shelters, supports responsible breeders and all, making sure they have good health and all with that too, and then builds a stronger community. So it strengthens the community bonds and promotes compassion, because animals are known for being very positive and compassionate. That's why a lot of people get animals. So imagine if we make a change, we'll have an awesome community where there's dogs that aren't anxious. They're feeling safe and all in their environment. They're having positive interactions, from being socially interactive with other people, so they're not scared and making outbursts. And there is also safety for all pets. A world where superstitions, doesn't affect them, like black cats and all, including cultivating compassion. So we're fostering culture and empathy and compassion within the community. There's no neglection or anything, and then reduce shelter strain. We're not going to have overpopulated shelters with that if we adopt. And then the consequences of rejecting change, risk and fear. Unattended and untrained pets can also lead to risk to people and animals and even themselves, because if they are having that anxiety and all, they could be put down if not properly trained. And overpopulation and shelter strain, we do know that the overpopulation crisis does continue. We have tried to do it's like the spay and release and all, especially with cats and all, just to make sure they're not overpopulating, like having so many strays and all that will end up in the shelter. And also it impacts the shelter resources and, being put down. And then it will affect community discord. So lack of responsible ownership leads to untrained dogs. It can lead to conflicts among neighbors and strained community relationships, especially if their dogs get in a fight, just walking by, and health and well-being concerns. Neglected pets suffer from health concerns, behavioral issues, and can pose even risk to us. So today, we can help by promoting, advocating for adoption. So promote adopting pets and all from shelters or good breeders and all to save lives and support, proper ownership and all. We can support animal organizations. We can contribute through donations, voluntary. You can even volunteer at a Petco with PetSmart. You donate every time you check out. You can at least donate a little bit to. You don't even have to do $2. You can do $1. You help forward the care of animals in need and help with resources and shelters and all. You can give like cat food, litter, and all that to shelters. And if you have an animal, just be a responsible pet owner. That can lead an example and demonstrate what it means to provide a love and proper care for the pets. And then educate and raise awareness. So we can share our knowledge and responsible pet ownership, including spay and neutering, regular vet care and proper training and all, especially with socializing training and all. That does help other animals with socializing and all, and helping your dog. But thank you. Have a good one.